Hi everyone, it's Sal Jade, best-selling tarot instructor and psychic business coach. And today I want to share with you how you can ease those nerves if you are a beginner and you are trying to learn tarot. I'm going to give you 5 really powerful tips that are going to help ease those nerves and give you more accurate tarot readings, and sharing with you what you need to know when you are a beginner and you are learning tarot. So this is perfect for you if you've tried learning tarot before and you feel like you've gotten a bit stuck, or you're curious about the tarot and you want to be able to learn it in a way that doesn't stimulate anxiety, that doesn't make you feel like you're going to get it wrong all the time. So, for those of you who don't know me, I've been blessed enough to have helped over 90,000 students around the world read tarot like an expert and grow thriving online tarot businesses. And for me, working with nervous beginners is one of my biggest passions. And that is because I remember when I was getting started how absolutely excruciating it was to learn the tarot and feel like this should be something I can pick up really easy, and finding that I wasn't. And I found that as I started practicing tarot, I got so nervous and I felt like maybe this isn't for me. And I wanted to share with you some of the best tips that got me through it, but as well as some of those bigger tips that I share with my nervous, anxious students who feel like they're never going to nail it and they're never going to be able to master the tarot. And I'm going to give you the best ways to more effectively give tarot readings in a way that make you feel confident and comfortable and make you excited about the beautiful tarot. And if you would like to get more of these free offerings that I do on YouTube, do hit subscribe. And if you've got any comments or questions along the way, please let me know, as I always come back in afterwards and read them. And I'm also going to be sharing with you one extra special tip towards the end about how you can master the tarot much faster if you're someone who's struggling to learn tarot and feeling like it's taking too long. So the first tip I'm going to share with you, one of the biggest challenges with the tarot is that everyone who does it makes it look really easy. So if you're seeing someone like me teaching my Tarot Card Success course, or you're seeing any of the other courses I do on Udemy, or you're seeing people give readings on YouTube or TikTok or social media, or you've been to a reader yourself, you might think, oh, well, I can see how easy they do it. They look so comfortable. They look so confident. And then you go and start shuffling and you start trying to memorize meanings and you go and start practicing and you're like, this isn't making any sense. This is really hard. Please know this is normal. Okay, every single tarot reader that I have worked with, and I've worked with a lot, I used to manage psychics in a shop, and I've taught a lot of people who have gone on to become tarot readers in the last 16 years. Feels nervous when they learn. They feel nervous when they practice. They can still sometimes get nervous when they've been reading for decades. I have students in my courses that have been reading for decades that go back and do my beginner level Tarot Card Success course because they want to learn and refresh how to do it, and they want to do it in a place that feels comfortable. So please know that if you're anxious when you are giving tarot readings and you're just starting, or even if you've been doing it for ages, it is normal. Tarot reading is complex because we are complex as human beings. So there is a reason why there is so many books around the world on self-help, psychology, the human condition, human understanding, sociology, because we're complex. And so, of course, a tool that is designed to read us and give us guidance is going to be complex. So normalize and feel normal about the fact that you're going to be nervous. If you accept that as a given, you won't feel ashamed, you won't feel like you're getting it wrong, and you won't feel confused. It's important to remember that tarot can take up to 6 months to learn fluently. So if you've only just get it started and it's not making that much sense, that's normal. Just be patient with yourself as you go through the process. And I'm going to give you some really extra special tips about how you can accelerate the process. But please keep in mind that 6-month period. Treat tarot like it is a craft. Treat it like something that is going to be a lifelong companion to you. And if you want to start a business, it's going to be a lifelong companion in your business. So do take it slow and don't feel like you have to rush to be perfect straight away. You're not going to be able to read like someone who's been reading for 20 years as soon as you start learning tarot. So give yourself that patience and kindness. Now, my second big tip, and this is a huge common mistake that I see a lot of my students making, is don't rush out to practice practice on anyone that you have a history with that you are seeking their approval. Okay, tarot is not a show-off tool. It's not something to do to impress others. It's something that you need to think about as I am going to be nervous while I'm doing this, so I only want to give readings on people who A, understand and appreciate the tarot. Like if you've got someone who's a friend or a sister and you know they're a skeptic, they are not going to be people you want to be practicing on either ever, but definitely not when you are nervous and you are beginning. You want to make sure everyone you're practicing on loves the tarot and supports your journey. If you are practicing on friends and if you are practicing on people who are close to you, and I don't always advise you do, because sometimes we feel like, well, I know so much about them already. Maybe they're not going to believe me, and they might be thinking that too, so they might be doubting you. I do think it's best to practice in groups like mine, my Tarot Mastery group that's associated with my Tarot Card Success course for students who are in that, or a free group that is on Facebook or any other platform where there are understanding people that are supportive that you can practice with. I feel like that's a much better option. But if there are friends that you want to practice on, or you feel like that's not your only option because you're not on social media, then try to pick people who you know are loving and supportive of you. Okay. If there's someone that you're trying to show off to or impress, or that you feel nervous or you feel like they're going to judge you, don't do readings on them. Okay. Please don't. You don't need to. You don't need to prove yourself to anyone. So that is my next tip. Stick with people that you know will support and love you in your journey. If there's no one around you that is like that, then do go on to social media and look at Facebook groups or other types of ways you can practice with people that can support your journey as well. Now, the third tip is please do tarot exchanges. I am the most passionate about tarot exchanges. Rather than just giving someone a free reading and maybe not getting enough feedback back or not getting enough support and love and thanks back, do offer to exchange a reading with someone. So for me, that is how I got really, really good at tarot readings and how I got really, really good at doing healings, was that I had a buddy that I practice with. So find someone that you trust who's also learning tarot and practice and offer to practice with each other regularly. And that way you've got skin in the game for both of you. You feel like, okay, I'm learning from them, they're learning from me, and I'm growing my confidence as a reader. They're giving me feedback, I'm giving them feedback. This to me is the best way you will ever learn tarot. So if you're nervous, find someone who is also nervous and learning and practice and support each other together. My fourth tip, if you are in groups like my Tarot Mastery group or anyone else's tarot groups, or in any situation where you're practicing, especially with friends and family, always tell them that you are a nervous beginner. What can happen when you start giving readings and you're indicating to people that you want to practice is you will get a rush of people, like children running into a free chocolate factory, that will give you these really advanced level questions. And the problem is, if you're at a beginner level, you're going to find those questions trickier to answer. And most people who don't read tarot don't understand that there are different levels of tarot questions, that not everyone's going to be able to answer health questions, for example, straight away. Not everyone's going to be able to answer multi-pronged complex questions straight away with lots of different questions embedded into them. So it's really important that you tell everyone, hey, I'm a nervous beginner, I'm just learning. Can you let me know along the way how I'm doing, if this is resonating with you? Keeping in mind that some of it just won't, because you're a beginner. You are a beautiful beginner who's just learning, and everything that we try, whether we are learning to drive, whether we are learning to ride a bike, whether we are learning any kind of new skill, is going to take time, and it's also going to take a lot of practice. So if you let people know, hey, I'm a nervous beginner, they are going to be more gentle with you. They're going to know what to expect, and you can even go one step further and say, I'm doing questions like, what do I need to know? So what do I need to know about my career in the next 12 months? What do I need to know about my love life? What do I need to know? Rather than really super duper specific advanced questions like, when am I going to meet my soulmate and what are they going to look like? So these kind of things are not going to be a great one for beginners. So please make sure you avoid any situations where you're getting really advanced questions like that. So that's one way that you can overcome your nerves, is by letting people know that you're nervous. Now, my next one, which may not be a popular one, may get me a bit of controversy comments down here. Some people may go, what? No, that works for me. But for me is please avoid cheat sheets. Everybody wants cheat sheets. Everybody will try and get your email address on Facebook to download on Instagram in exchange for a cheat sheet. Cheat sheets will dampen your ability to intuitively connect with the cards. Cheat sheets will mean that you are not taking the time, as I've talked about before, it can take up to 6 months to learn properly because you just wrote learning a couple of different meanings. And when it comes down to actually doing the tarot reading, you're going to freeze up because you're nervous. And again, nervous is normal, but if you've only got cheat sheets as the way that you've been learning tarot, you're going to find it really hard to connect with real life questions, with real life people, and with how the tarot can sometimes be very complex. It can be a roller coaster. There can be so many different scenarios that are coming through in a reading that a cheat sheet answer of just a couple of little dot points is not going to cut the mustard. It's just not. So for me, I would avoid them. I think they hamper your learning. One way I teach in Tarot Card Success, and I have a few other little free bonuses I'm going to give you as part of the next tip, is that I make sure that my students always have a connotation that is associated with each card. So as you're learning a card, sit down and pause and write down, when has this happened to me? Or when has it happened to somebody that I know? Or when has it happened in a show that I've seen on television? So trying to capture what is going on in an interpretation of a card with a real life experience is a way you will remember so much more quicker, and it is a way you will identify, and it will come up as a really easy, a retrievable memory for you rather than a cheat sheet that you have rote learned. So that for me is a really great way to making sure you're always nailing your tarot readings, especially when you are nervous, is to, when you are learning each card, card by card, think, when has that happened to me? When is this experience something I can relate to and describe? Because if you can relate to it and describe it, your clients will be able to relate to it and describe it. So I've got two special bonuses for you if you are already giving readings or starting to learn and feeling anxious and you want something that's going to improve your accuracy and make you feel more comfortable and confident. And the first one is, I have a video that is here on YouTube that's called How to Bless Your Deck, and it gives all my most sacred rituals that I use before every reading, and I've given thousands of readings over the past 16 years that can help you feel more calm, feel more intuitively connected to your deck and your client, as well as being able to connect with your client's guides and feel like you're getting the most accuracy as the readings are coming through. So I'm going to include that as a video that happens after this video, and there's also a link to it down below. And my next tip is going to help you read tarot quicker in a more accurate way and be able to understand what is going on for your client when you're freezing up and you're getting nervous or the cards aren't making sense in under 2 or 3 minutes. So it's just a couple of little hacks that you can use that are going to make you quickly go, oh, that's what's going on. And if you'd like access to that, all you need to do is go to my Sal Jade Tarot Instagram and just DM me quick, so QUICK in capital letters, and you will get an instant access to that 20-minute seminar that's going to help you read tarot more intuitively and help you read tarot quicker and know what's going on for your clients in under 2 minutes. So DM me quick and you'll get access to that as soon as possible. So I hope that has helped everyone. Please do comment below if you've gotten resonance from that, if you've got any more questions, any more challenges that you have learning tarot, as I'm always here to help. Thanks so much for joining me.